What's up, guys? It's Zach, the comic and movie nerd, here today with my X-Men Apocalypse movie review. Guys, I love the X-Men. I think they're the coolest Marvel team. They're better than the Avengers. They're probably my favorite Marvel team. They're my second favorite, team of all time behind the Justice League. Well, anyway, I was not a big fan of, X-Men 1, 2, and 3, Origins. Days of Future Past and First Class were good because they go along with this story. Guys, this story in X-Men Apocalypse is awesome. It's based in the 80s, so it's different. Different's awesome, different in movies is good. It's awesome. This is, my favorite, X-Men movie, the actors in it were great. My favorite X-Men is Cyclops. Ty Sheridan, definitely my favorite Cyclops of all time. Then you got Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. Olivia Munn as Psylocke. Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. So, you got all those characters, and they all meshed really well together. You know what I'm saying? They all did great. Anyway, let's jump right into the breakdown of the movie. So, Apocalypse is the first mutant ever. People didn't know that. He's been asleep for many centuries. He awakes and he's like, okay, he doesn't like what's going on with the Earth, so he's gonna cleanse the Earth. So he needs his 4 horsemen, like the 4 horsemen of the Apocalypse. So he gathers them. He gets Psylocke, Archangel, Magneto, and Storm. So, he gathers them all together, and then Professor Xavier, he's, Cyclops, Scott Summers, comes to the school, they're basically in school, you know what I'm saying? There's some funny parts, when, Cyclops destroys this tree Professor Xavier had his father planted somehow. He used his laser vision, and it destroyed the tree. He's like, that was my grandfather's tree. I think it was grandfather, dad, I don't know. It's like, that's my grandfather's tree. He used to let me swing from the branches. I think that was my favorite tree. So it's got humor. It's got humor. We also do get a kind of what's been going on with Magneto. Since Mystique stopped him. Guys, I'm sorry, first video. I'm trying to remember, guys. Sometimes my mind just goes blank. Sometimes. I'm going to try to make this one shorter than the Batman v Superman one because, number one, Batman v Superman was like 19 minutes long. I don't even know if that's going to upload on YouTube. I might have to reshoot that. I hope I don't, but I might have to. And I'll do it for you guys. Anyway, so, Apocalypse gets his 4 horsemen together. They all team up. And, so Apocalypse needs a new body. So, he wants a new body. So he wants to get Professor Xavier because he can take his powers and he can reach everyone's mind in the world, everyone's mind. Backtracking a little bit, Apocalypse shows up in the Xavier school. And, the Xavier school, explodes. And, Quicksilver just got there, so he was able to get everybody out, but Havoc, Scott Summers' brother, Havoc died. Yeah, I think it was Cerebral that was destroyed, so, they had to get out. It was a cool speed scene for Quicksilver. He gets everyone out. Everyone's done. The guy who played Quicksilver, again, returned. Great. Awesome. It was a great speed scene. A lot of people have mixed, kind of like reviews for this movie. I think this movie was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed it. I think it was awesome. I saw it twice. Yeah, I saw it twice. I saw it on Memorial Day, the day it came out. Then, I saw it again with I saw it again I saw it the first time with my sister and the second one time with my dad. My dad's not a huge X-Men fan. I'm sorry, not a huge X-Men fan, but he loved this movie. So, you know, it was good that I was able to take him, you know, to a good superhero movie. Cause yeah, I got quite a review for Captain America: Civil War. Yeah, I'm one of the few who thought it sucked badly. Well, anyway, moving on. So, you know, he wants Professor Xavier's body. So, you know, then the U.S. military, they're taking mutants, and they need to go save, you know, Cyclops, Jean Grey, um, Nightcrawler. They go to save Mystique, Quicksilver, Beast. I think that was it. And so, you know, then we find out in this prison scene that Quicksilver, Magneto, is Quicksilver's father, and we understand why Magneto is, you know, siding with Apocalypse, because, you know, he's very mad because his daughter was killed. She had, I think it was like, she had like some power with nature. I think she was able to like summon nature, and they didn't bring metal, the cops didn't, because of Magneto's power. So, you know, they're here to take Magneto, and earlier in the movie he told his daughter no one will ever take him away. Ever, no one will take him away. Well, anyway, she's like, you're not taking my dad. So she summons all these like animals, and the cops are like kinda freaking out, and one lets go an arrow. An arrow gets away from him, shoots and hits his daughter, his wife, and Magneto's furious, so he takes the necklace off his daughter. He uses like magnetic power, and he goes like all through their necks. You know, I was like, that's sweet. So I think I think this movie was amazing. Just get back on it. So anyway, so, you know, then they take Professor Xavier, and he's trying to like Apocalypse wants in his mind, and he needs to reach. Apocalypse wants him to reach everyone's mind that, you know, this world is going to be cleansed. Egypt will be the center of the universe. So now it's up to the X-Men to stop him. So, you know, they're on their way to stop him. You know, they're talking about how some of them are nervous. They're like, hey, we can't control our powers, and don't, you know. So they're all fighting Apocalypse, and Quicksilver comes up and he like beats up Apocalypse, and Apocalypse breaks his leg, so he can't run. You know, then they get Professor. I'm sorry if I'm moving. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm just not one that can sit still. I'm sorry about that. I'm just not one that can do that. Yeah. So they're all trying to fight Apocalypse. It's not going well. You know, they taken out Archangel, you know, Storm, and Psylocke. So, you know, they're all fighting them, and they eventually start to fight Apocalypse, and Professor Xavier let Apocalypse in his head, so now Professor Xavier can get into Apocalypse's head and fight him in there. So they're like fighting, you know, he was growing and stuff, you know, and you know, they're fighting, and, you know, Professor Xavier is pretty much dead in, you know, like their minds. And Jean Grey comes, and she unleashes her power on Apocalypse. In my opinion, when she went like that, and, you know, all that power was just ripping apart Apocalypse, I thought it kind of looked like a phoenix. So if they go with the Dark Phoenix storyline, I will be the one to be most excited. I will be so excited if they go with the Apocalypse. Apocalypse. Dark Phoenix storyline. Anyway, guys, X-Men Apocalypse, excellent movie. I give it an A+. If you didn't check out my Batman v Superman movie, I give that an A+. If that doesn't work, I might have to reshoot that. But I give Batman v Superman and X-Men Apocalypse an A+. So, there's a lot of new, you know, movies coming out. You know, Suicide Squad, probably my most anticipated movie of August, because my favorite movie, you know, my most anticipated movie of the summer.